I say it's Funny Festival time. What do you say? Ready? Let's get going. This is great. This gal, this is one of my favorites. She's just a sweetheart. It's her second year in the Funny Festival, and she just keeps getting better and better and funnier and funnier. Please give it up to Pugh.
Yeah, this isn't funny. Well, how many of you have ever gone on a date to Barnes & Noble because there's nothing else to do in Fairbanks? Yeah? Me too. And I was there the other day, and they had this whole table full of, you know, those books for dummies? Whole table full of them. And I thought they had some really interesting titles, like Mouth Breathing for Dummies. Yeah. Maybe I should read that. I don't know. And then they had Herding Cats for Dummies, and Dumping the Body for Dummies. Yeah. And is this what our world is coming to? Because then they had Quantum Physics for Dummies. Quantum physics is not for dummies. If you need a book for dummies, you need to take a different class. Ridiculous. But I love going to the bookstore, and maybe that makes me a nerd, but I love going there. Everything is really neat, and it smells like new books and freshly roasted coffee. Thank you, Starbucks. And you know, there's the fireplace. It's just very calming, and I really enjoy it. And I was looking for a book for my son, and went into the children's section. It's like stepping into an alternate universe. It's like the cartoon version of Apocalypse Now. Like, you walk in and there's children running around like crazy wild monkeys, and the whole Nancy Drew collection is flying through the air, and everything is covered in snot. And there's not an adult in sight because everything is covered in snot. And so I, you know, like any good citizen, I'm going to hunt down those parents and tell them exactly what I think of them. So I go walking through the store, because I'm like, I could peg these parents. And I walk through, and I'm looking around, and I go through the sci-fi fantasy section, and I look down the first row, and there's two very large, greasy men reading anime. Strike one. And then I go down the next aisle, and I look, and there's like a 14-year-old girl wearing all black crushed velvet and black eyeliner and black nail polish, and she's reading a vampire novel. Strike two. So I keep walking, and I go down to the next row, and I see, jackpot. There's this couple, and they're making out in Barnes & Noble, pressed against the stacks, very passionately, wearing matching camo jackets, matching combat boots, and matching hickeys, which we all know are the white trash promise ring. So, I'm furious. I'm furious that they're making out over here, and their crazy banshee children are running amok. So I'm going to tell them exactly what I think of them. And so I march up to them, and I kind of break them apart and go like this. And I hand them a copy of Keeping Your Kids Out of Jail for Dummies. Yeah, I ruined my bookstore experience. Speaking of parents who suck, which makes me a total hypocrite, I went to the movies the other day, and 11 o'clock at night, there's a 2-year-old in the movie theater. You've seen it. You've all seen it. I know you have. 2-year-old in the movie theater, crawling around on the floor. Have you ever had your foot stick to the floor at the movie theater? I had to peel the little guy off a couple of times because he got stuck. It was terrible. If you can't afford a babysitter or snacks for your kids, don't make him scrounge for his own jujubes. It's wrong. It was you. I'm sorry. And so, it got really irritating because I ran out of popcorn. Because to keep the little guy quiet, it was like going to the lake and feeding ducks. You know, here, little guy, okay, just 10 more minutes. And I ran out of popcorn, so finally, I'm fed up. I'm not babysitting anymore. So I look around, I'm going to find the parents of this child. You know what I saw? White trash promise ring. I did. Thanks, guys. Have a good night.